We made our goal, guys. We are at 4K and right at Christmas. It's actually not Christmas when we met 4K, but I am releasing this video on Christmas. So, Merry Christmas for those who celebrate Christmas. Happy holidays for those who don't, and are going to celebrate something else later on this week. Guys, I'm so happy and I'm so excited and really just amazed that we actually reached 4K this year, and it's a great Christmas present for me. It really is. It shows that me pushing through extra time on other stuff actually does help. And I'll explain a little bit how it happened. I know some people are wondering a few questions from my channel that I get asked quite a bit. I don't really answer them always just because I don't think everyone would understand the answers to those questions, but I'm going to try to answer those questions here. So, but as a celebration for 4K, guys, if you have not subscribed, then subscribe. Be part of the 4K family. I guess next year our goal will be 5K or maybe 6K. I don't know. Or maybe we'll go even further. I have no idea what next year looks like for subscriptions, but we'll talk about that as well at the end of this video. Sorry. So if you're new, subscribe. Let me know where you're from. If you are fairly new to the channel, maybe you subscribed a day or two ago, then also welcome yourself in the comment section. I want to know who you are. And there's a giveaway happening right now. If you guys want free merch, go check it out. It should be my channel trailer. Okay, so let's start with all this. How did my channel start? So my channel started actually as a cover page. I would do cover music for different stuff. I would play guitar, and it didn't really do well. I was not good at regulating sound. I didn't have all the inputs. I was still in college, so after maybe a few months of trying it, I decided that I was not going to do it. It was too much work, and I needed to focus on college. I think it was my senior year of college. Was my senior year? I think it was my senior year of college. And then I got hired and I moved to a different state and I was completely alone. My now wife was still in college and we had decided that she was going to finish college before we got married. So I'm in a new state with no one that I know of. I'm in a new job and I'm enjoying my job, but at night I'm alone in my house and I'm just kind of there. So that's when I picked up my or re-picked up my passion for anime and manga. So I start watching Vampire Knight. I've mentioned this before. I'm on Netflix. I've watched all the things I've wanted to watch on Netflix, and then I see Vampire Knight, and I started watching Vampire Knight, and then I get more into watching more stuff, and then I find out about Funimation, and then I find out about Crunchyroll, and I'm watching stuff from those two places, and then I'm finding out that there's a whole world out there of anime and that I should be watching. So then I believe my first manga that I bought was Nisekoi, which is also kind of like a shonen romance. Well, not also. Vampire Knight is a shoujo romance. Nisekoi is a shonen romance, kind of different actually. So I think I bought up to like volume 7. No, not 17. Probably like 12 volumes. And I remember the first like 6 months, I didn't do anything for the channel. I literally just read and watched anime. I didn't have any friends to share it with, my passion with. I would just do it on my own. And I remember collecting maybe a good amount of maybe 40 volumes of manga. And it was a time of, we're getting the wedding ready and I needed extra money. So I went and sold all my manga to half price books. I think I sold everything but like 3 that I haven't finished reading. And I got a little bit of money. Half price books is like a secondhand store that buys stuff for you in case for those who don't have half price books in their cities. They basically buy off the books for you, and they give you money. They give you like 20% of what it's actually worth, or 10% of that what it's actually worth, and then you keep the money. So, and they keep your books and they resell them. So I did that, my first collection of mangas, and they were gone, just like that. And I paid off whatever I needed to pay off. And then I decided to, I believe it was the reaction of Fuuka that was my first anime reaction, and it wasn't really a reaction. Like, I actually was not watching it, I was just talking about it. um and I did it because I saw some YouTubers doing it, and I'm like, I have a lot of extra time at night, I should probably do something like that, and I'm going to be watching anime and manga like crazy. So I remember doing that. I had just finished Assassination Classroom, so I reviewed that in my channel, and I started realizing that there was seasons, that when the season started and all that. So um, if you see like my early videos of manga and anime, you can see like you can't really tell, but there is this double. I think that one was there, and that's about it. I think that was it, that I had in the background, or maybe I had the single. But anyways, it was just one little small bookshelf, and I had a few figurines and a few books, and that was it. And at that time, I was buying stuff from Akibento, and then eventually I moved to Loot, and then eventually I came back to Akibento, and now I'm doing Yum Universal as a subscription box, and that all kind of went well in its own way. And I got stuff from them, and I started buying stuff off the internet and off shelves, and little did you know, now I have all this collection. So I think it took me, for those who've asked me, this is one of the questions, like a lot of people ask me, how long did it take you to get all this? And you actually don't see my whole collection, because this is a full bookshelf that you don't see. And then past this one, there's another whole bookshelf that stands over there. And then I have a pile of mangas over here on the floor that don't fit up there. And a lot of these mangas are now being just piling over because they just don't fit. I need a new bookshelf for them. But how long did it take me? Well, I think it was back in 2017 when I started this collection, and just little by little. I mean, I've given away a lot of these. I probably could have had a bigger collection, but I've given away a lot of first volumes. I've some of these collectible plushes my daughters have taken away, and they've, they're theirs now and stuff like that. But so you kind of empty out and then you refill and stuff like that. I'm focused on just the ones that I'm actually have a big volume collection now, and those that I only have first volumes, I just decided to give away because either I dropped the manga because I didn't like it, or I just have it there because everyone likes it, but I think I should have it too. So eventually I'll give that one away to someone too. Pretty much that's how it started. I want to talk about a little bit about my memories. A lot of people have asked, where is Arceus? A lot of people have asked about other stuff that I've done in the past that you guys want me to bring back. Thank you for all that. I'm trying my best, but right now it's a huge busy season in my life, and I cannot share yet why, but I will in the next few weeks, maybe month, so you guys know what's happening. But Arceus, was part of the channel for a little while. I gave him a chance to be part of the channel. He's busy with life, just college and work. It tends to happen. I've been in there, which is why I stopped my first channel. It went down the drain because it didn't work out. It's so hard to be in college, trying to work at a job, and I worked 20 hours. It was part time, so and trying to make it through, it's not that easy. So we talked a little bit a few weeks ago, and we talked that he was going to step down from my channel because he hadn't really posted in months. So on my channel at least. So you can still find him in social stuff. You guys, I'll try to tag his channel on here. We're still friends. I'm still planning to bring him back in something. But I know his schedule is extremely busy. I used to do podcast here, or yeah, it was the anime podcast where I would invite random anime lovers, and it wasn't too random. It was friends of mine that we met through the internet, and we would just talk about anime seasons and stuff like that. And man, I've missed that quite a bit. The hard part is getting everyone to work on a certain time. One, because some of those anime YouTubers were from around the world, and then two, it's difficult. It's difficult with work. A lot of them obviously are small YouTubers like me. They work. They don't work off YouTube, so they have to work around their work. They have to work around their life schedule and stuff like that. So it was so difficult to actually plan one that it just kind of faded out. But I want to bring those back. One of the bigger questions that I've been asked quite a bit is, why don't your subs compare to your views? And that's a great question. I've been asked this quite a bit, sometimes very rudely. And if your comment is placed rudely in my channel, I've allowed YouTube to block those those comments. I just don't want to see them. They're toxic. They don't help me grow. So if your comment is rude, it gets blocked. I don't know how YouTube follows its guidelines, by what's rude or what's not. But I do try to filter through those comments once in a while and get the good comments out of that section. But subs versus views, why does that happen? Well, I think this happens to a lot of YouTubers that are trying to grow. It's really just not me. If you look at other YouTubers that have 10K, sometimes you'll see their views at 2K or 1K, which you can make the question there, why is it happening like that for them too? Most videos, the first few days, about 40 or 50 views. I would say half of them. There's a lot of reaction videos that first day they're at 300, 400. I've had some at 2,000 on them the first day on reaction videos. But on my regular videos, 40, 50 views. Some videos do really well sometimes, and they're at 100 on the first day. But for the most part, 30, 40, 50 views. If you go back to those videos, like half of them will be at 150, 300. I actually went back and because I reviewed Rent a Girlfriend Volume 2 for you guys. I went back and saw where Rent a Girlfriend Volume 1 was, and I think it's like at 2,000 something. And last I had seen it, it was like at 56. So, you let those videos sit for a while, they'll grow views. That's kind of how it works for small YouTubers. What ends up happening is because I've accumulated 4K throughout 3.5, almost 4 years of me working my butt off. I believe it's 4 years that I've been working my butt off to get to where I am now. I started on a December. I actually remember that. So you account that time. There's people that used to follow me, and I would see them in the comment section at all times 2-3 years ago that I haven't seen them anymore. They're still subscribed, but I haven't seen them. They're not active in my channel. So it doesn't mean because I have 4K means that all 4K are actually active. The people that you're comparing me to are people that blow up. So 1 month they're at 100, the next month they're at 105K, and those people are watching their stuff. Those people are new subscribers. They just have 1 month, so they're going to be watching their stuff. But I have subscribers that have been subscribed for 4 years, 3 years, and they just don't watch anymore. I hope they do. And sometimes I see a stranger face and I'm like, hey, welcome back. And I'm actually excited to see their name because, you remember back when you were trying to reach 1K and you saw that one person that would comment like, hey, we're going to get there. And I'm like, yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate it. And then you reach 1K and you're so excited. And now you're at 4K and it's been years since you've seen that name. And then you see their name. You're like, hey, man, welcome back. It's been a while, and it's been quite a bit of videos, and that's just amazing to see. But the sad truth, is what happens. For some people, anime is a fad. They watch anime for about 6 months or a year, and they watch YouTubers like me, and they work on their My Anime list. They do everything anime for like 6 months or a year, and then they drop it because then they move on to the next thing, and anime is not something they want to do anymore. And they just stay subscribed to me. So that's just kind of how it happens. You look at PewDiePie, the biggest YouTuber or single YouTuber here. I think he's not the biggest channel anymore because of T-Series and Coco Melon. Anyways, but you see at PewDiePie, he is at 108 million. Is it million? Yeah, million subscribers. Yet his channel only gets like 1 million, 2 million views on the actual video. So where are the other 106 million people that are subscribed to him? Well, some of those people subscribed years ago, and some of those people subscribe just for fun. I know there's people, and I know people do this. I know people that have 3-4 channels. They'll subscribe to PewDiePie with their 3-4 channels, and some people do the same thing with my channel. I've had people say, "Hey, I'll subscribe to you with all my channels," and I'm like, "All your channels?" And that's because they have 3-4 channels for whatever reason, and they're subscribed to me by those. So anyways, that's the whole thing about subs and views. What's next for the channel? I don't know. I wish I knew. Obviously I want to keep growing. There's going to be a change mid-year in my life next year, and I'm going to let you guys know in the next month or so what that is. Not a big deal for the channel, but it is because it's gonna. I need to either decide to work at a very difficult time or pause my channel for a while. And then after that while, it's going to be completely different. And I don't know if I want to do either or. I'm broken by what I want to do. But my channel is going to change in the next December. We're going to be talking about something different, and we're going to be talking about how different the channel is from this year. That is a good thing and both a bad thing. Some people don't like change, and some people, they're like, hey man, you've driven this series or this other series to the ground. Let's do something different. So I'm excited to see what changes. For sure, I do want to add my wife in more videos. She is not a huge anime or manga. She doesn't read any manga. She watched like 1 or 2 animes with me. She watches movies more than actual series. But anyways, I want her back in the channel. She's been doing some videos here that are not really anime related, but are part of my series, of the I Try series, as well as we opened up our small stocking presents that we gave each other. So I want to bring her into more videos. It really is healthy for our relationship for me to connect with her in that way. So I also want to do more and more sponsorships that I've been asked to do. not a lot of companies have reached out to me, but I've had some companies that have asked, that I've worked with before, that have asked, hey, can you do this again for us? And I'm like, yeah, sure. I want to do more of that. Uh, it doesn't really, they don't give me any money. If that's if that's the question that someone's wondering right now, no, I don't get paid for these sponsorships. I'm not big enough for them to do that. They're doing me a favor by sharing my video in whatever social media they're in, because to be fair, they probably have more subscribers than me there. So but they do send me free books and stuff like that, so why not? So that in a way is a payment. I do appreciate it. So you'll probably see more of those here in my channel. Yen Press is sending me like 3 or 4 books every month for me to review. The December ones are hopefully getting here today. Today's the 23rd when I'm recording this, and I think it's the last mail day. I don't think they'll work on the 24th, but if it doesn't get here, then it's going to get here once I'm already in vacation, so I won't be able to get my hands on those series, but we'll see. Thank you guys so much for, again, the love and support that you show this channel. Subscribe if you haven't done so. We'll see. Can we reach 5K this next year? Can we reach 6K? I don't know. I know my next goal for at least January will be 4,100, and we'll see if we have to raise it up to 4,200. So thank you guys for your love and support. Thank you for watching this video, and guys, like always, don't be strangers. See you guys.